Rio.
Wagwan people, like and subscribe to Anfield Uncle Rod's channel. Show some love, you never walk alone.
Yes, people, let me put some light on this subject. Yes, that's better. Light on the subject. Good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. We're still at the hours of 11:45. Yeah, of course. No, 10 to 12 now. Listen, I know I've got the afternoon show up here at the top as a heading. It was initially meant to be an afternoon show. Okay. I was changing it. I changed it to Uncle Rod's TV, but I couldn't get the background out. So consequently me being late. Do you know what I mean? To sort of like jump on. So I've just left it as that. And yeah, listen, Uncle Rod is in the building. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, hit like and subscribe button, and also listen, hit the notification button. You will notify when I go live. When I go live. Okay. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna talk about things. We're gonna talk about like the deal done for Frimpong. We're gonna talk about Kerkez. We're gonna talk about Wirtz and Gyökeres, and also as well we're gonna talk about Kelleher. Okay, Kelleher. We're gonna talk about him as well. Okay, let me make some adjustments to this. If you don't mind, because I don't really like how that looks. Make some adjustments to this. Give me a second. Just get to settings. Yeah, this goes. Yeah, so basically, so I took that off because the thing's a bit high at the moment, man. It's a bit high. Gyökeres is a bit high. Yeah, big up the people in the building. Big up Joni Edits. Keep it up, bro. Big up, love and respect to you. Clark Kent in the building says big up. Yeah, love and respect to you. Clark Kent, love and respect to you. Yeah, so listen, we're gonna talk about Jeremy Frimpong. I'm talking about Jeremy Frimpong, and listen, a deal has been done for him. A deal has been done on Friday for him, and yeah, man, it's just like I think we all knew that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? In fact, you know what? We all knew that was gonna happen. That deal was gonna get done, and what I like about it, he's so happy to be here. He's so happy to be here. I mean, at the club. He's speaking some glowing things about the club. Do you know what I mean? And keen to get started. Also talked about the fact that he was supposed to come to Liverpool back in the day. Do you know what I mean? And but he couldn't obviously get to Liverpool because the traveling was a bit too far. Do you know what I mean? He lived obviously up in the northwest, but it was a bit too far. You know what I mean? So he ended up going to Man City Academy, and obviously that's where he developed. Then went on to Celtic, where he won double. I think he done a double, if I do believe, at Celtic. Do you know what I mean? Done a double at Celtic, and then he sort of like went on from there and went on to Bayer Leverkusen. Excuse me, back on. Went on to look. Yeah, he went on to sort of like Leverkusen, where he done, went on the Invincibles. Do you know what I mean? That season. Do you know what I mean? Winning multiple months and stuff. But he's always had his eyes set on Liverpool. He's always had his eyes set on Liverpool. And finally he's got his move. Friday, it was official. It made official by LFC club. They, they approached him and said, look, do you want to come, obviously, do you want to come to Liverpool? And he said, look, when he heard, this is a good thing, right? When he heard about Liverpool, you know what I mean, being interested in him, he said, look, just get it done. Says his agent, just get it done. Do you know what I mean? No matter what you do, just get it done. And it's done. So he signed a 5-year contract with Liverpool, takes him up to 2030, I do believe. But he's happy to be here. Let's talk about Florian Wirtz. I mean, because a lot of people and they have been worried about the fact of Florian Wirtz. His dad is a Liverpool supporter. A proud moment for the family. Yes. This is what sort of like a lot of people need to know when it comes to Florian Wirtz. His family, his whole family, supports Liverpool, because there was a moment in obviously when he signed and he's going through to meet his family again, and he's saying, look, it's all done and so forth. And it was like, having lunch. There's a moment in the day where he says to his brother, he goes, listen, do you remember the days that we used to watch LFC TV? He goes, now it's official. Do you know what I mean? It's so, I think, obviously it's a proud moment for like the father and that. Do you know what I mean? That's a proud moment, but it's also a proud moment for the whole family, because like the mum, the brothers, his girlfriend, everybody just seems over the moon. It's like this is what they've been waiting for. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he wasn't going to go anywhere else but Liverpool Football Club. So it is really good. I'm really happy for him that, what I mean. Obviously, at the end of the day, that he's becoming a Liverpool player, but also the fact that they sort of like I'm happy that he's got what he wanted at such an early age. Do you know what I mean? And and they always say that when you got a player like that, what I mean, that's loves the club, supports the club, is a support of the club, they're gonna work doubly hard for you. I love that moment. Yeah, that moment was quality, my friend. That moment was quality. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, keep the comments coming in. Keep the comments coming in. Nadir, big up Uncle Roz. Exciting transfer for LSC. Facts, my friend. Facts. Just knowing facts. Actually, I'm not going to talk about Wirtz yet. I'm going to talk about Kelleher. Right. So Kelleher has got his move to Brentford. We made official in a day or so. Basically, we all knew that Kelleher was going to leave the club. Do you know what I mean? I mean, something like that, which is like, it's such a great number two. You're never gonna get a number two like that. Do you know what I mean? Ever again. You know what I mean? He's the best number two, and he deserves to play first team football. Do you know what I mean? So he will go with my blessing. I always feel last season he should have went last season, because I think in that case we would have got more money for him, because he's like in the last day of his contract. It's very hard to pick up substantial amount of money for him. However, we picked up 12 million, rising to 18 million. I think that's good for a person that's in the last year of their contract. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he should be joining Brentford. There's also talks about the fact that Thomas Franks is going to leave Brentford and go to Tottenham. You know what I mean? I don't think he should do that. I don't think that's going to happen. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't like him to do that, because I think he'll ruin his career at Tottenham. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? So stay where you are, Thomas Franks, because you're a brilliant, brilliant head coach or manager, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so he's going to go to Brentford. The length of the contract and all those good stuff is not actually sort of like finalized yet. Do you know what I mean? It's not finalized yet, but obviously, when we get more information on it, we will give it to you. Let me see this last message. Because Wirtz hopefully done this week. Brilliant young generational player. Yes. We will get onto that, my bro. We will get onto that. Yeah, so like, you look at the situation with, Kelleher. Yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him. You know what I mean? Someone like him needs and deserves to be playing first team football. There ain't no doubt about that. He has to be playing first team football. And, you know, I wish him all the luck and success at Brentford. Hopefully, obviously not against us, do you know what I mean? But, you know, I wish him all the luck and success at Brentford, do you know what I mean? So that one should be finalised in the next couple of days, I do believe. The next couple of days. Kerkez. Yeah, Kerkez, don't panic with Kerkez. That's probably near enough done. That's more likely near enough done. We should have had an announcement in the next day or two because the player is keen on a move to Liverpool. He's very keen on a move to Liverpool. So there's no fear in that. I think they're just wrapping up the last final bits in the deal. Do you know what I mean? Because I think a fee has been agreed, and he says he wants to come. I think he's in a regional 45 million, which ain't too bad. Do you know what I mean? You know, imagine that now. He's saying that 45 million ain't too bad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, for region of 45 million, that is going to sort of like be paid for Kerkez. As I said, the player is keen on the move to Liverpool Football Club. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time before like this guy rolls into Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I'm not too sure if they got a medical set yet. Do you know what I mean? In fact, you know what? I am going to look. Big up. Stormzy, big up. Kerkez spotted signing Jets. Yeah, see, it's near enough done. Do you know what I mean? It's near enough done. It's just for Liverpool to make it official. You know, to discuss the length of the contract and so on. Do you know what I mean? But it's near enough done because, as I said, like both parties, seems to me that if they come to agreement on the fee and so forth, yeah, and it's just a matter of getting him to Liverpool and doing a medical. Do you know what I mean? So we have to watch how that one progresses. Let me see if there's anything on X, as they call it. Let me see if there's anything on X that I can bring you about Kerkez. There must be something on X. No, I don't want that. Get out of it. Sanchez in there. All right, let's see something. Let's see if we've got any news for us. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. Right. Yes. Right. Transfers. Yeah, it says here. Yeah, it says it's on Twitter, and it says here, transfer news. Liverpool are expected to have further talks this week with Bournemouth for 40 million rated left back Milos Kerkez. So, you know, and they got another one. Yes, you can say breaking. This comes from Anthony Edition. He said it comes from Fritz and Romano, but it's on Anthony Edition's obviously Twitter account. Big up to Anthony Edition each and every time. He says for Fabrizio Romano, Kerkez has already agreed personal terms with Liverpool. So everything's looking rosy. If we look at another one here, Empire the Cup says the agreement with the player is done. I'm told that Milos Kerkez can't wait to join Liverpool. We've now got a Fabrizio Romano update. So with an update on Monday, right, regarding the Reds' pursuit of left back. So basically, that's come from Fabrizio Romano. So it's all looking jiggy around here. You know what I mean? It's looking good. Do you know what I mean? It's really looking good. It's still big up stores in each and every time. There's 12 of you in the building. Please smash the lights as you come in. Smash the lights. That's the first sort of thing you should be doing, is smashing those lights. Would you like Gyökeres to NFC? I'm going to get onto that as well. I'm going to get onto that. I will get onto that. I mean, big up. But yeah, so like, you know, if you look at Milos Kerkez at the night, right? You're looking at Milos Kerkez, you literally thinking at the day, well, look, it's there enough done. It's there enough done. It's just for us to sort of cross the I's and dot the T's. And we're good. We're good round there. We are good round there. There's 15 of you in the building. Please make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe as well. And also hit the notification button. You'll be notified when I go live. Boom, boom. Yeah, so it's just basically crossing the I's and dotting the T's. Gyökeres. Now, we've been linked with a few strikers. I mean, the first evident one was Alexander Isak. You know what I mean? But really and truly, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle want 150 million for him, and I wouldn't even advise Liverpool to go out and spend 150 million for this guy. I don't think he's not worth 150 million. No way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Then obviously Newcastle got Champions League, and then obviously it's a no-go. It's a no-go. So that's like, you put a cross on that one. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah. Then there's looking at sort of like working out a deal with Atletico Madrid for Julian Alvarez. Now, personally, I think that something could happen there. Something could happen there. Do you know what I mean? If obviously Liverpool really wanted to. Do you know what I mean? So I don't quite know the situation, whether it's like it's a no-go or they're pondering it or whatever, because there was rumors that like Liverpool, obviously Liverpool people there was having talks with Atletico Madrid with the possibility of Julian Alvarez and stuff. Now, if you're talking about having Darwin Núñez and taking him to Atletico Madrid, because I heard they're an admirers of Darwin Núñez, talking about that, doing a swap there and putting cash on top of that, like 50 million on top of that. Yeah, it can work. You know, I don't see why, that situation could not work. Do you know what I mean? Or what I'll probably do is I will go, yeah, and give them, not only give them Darwin Núñez, I'll give them Jota as well. I said, look, take both players and we'll give you 30 million on top of that. You know what I mean? So, just make them offer that you can't refuse. But so I don't know quite what's happened with that. I don't know whether it's dead in the water or whatever. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'll have to do some further investigating and that to see what's actually happened with the guy in question in Alvarez. So then you move away from that for the time being. Do you know what I mean? Ekateke, strong links with them, but they was charging 100 million. They want 100 million euros for this player, and I was like, is he worth it? He's not really worth it. So then what's actually happened? So push this up a bit. Then what's actually happened is Chelsea's got involved, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? Chelsea's got involved, and Chelsea, apparently there's strong rumours that he is going to go to Chelsea. So I don't know what's happening with that, man. You know what I mean? He goes to Chelsea and he's going to get ruined at Chelsea. They just ruined his career. I'm sorry. They just bought Rory Delap. They bought Rory Delap, and now they're going to buy Enteke. They're two red-eye, man. Them Chelsea put up two red-eye, man. But yeah, so we'll have to see what's happened with that. We're going to have to see what's happening with Ekateke. Are we still going to go for him or are we not? But there's strong links at the end of the day, right? From what I'm hearing, is that they are the front runners and they for Ekateke. Do you know what I mean? So who knows what's going to happen with that? Do you know what I mean? Then Gyökeres, yesterday, this thing come up with Gyökeres and saying that they why not go for him. Now, the only thing with that situation is that Gyökeres, when you look at Gyökeres, the player profile is not suited to Liverpool because of his age. Do you know what I mean? They'll rather get somebody that's probably at least about 3 or 4 years younger than Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean? Because Gyökeres is going to be 27. I think it's tomorrow he's 27. So to me, at the end of the day, they'll rather a 24-year-old or 23-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Much less than a 27-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Right? His numbers are good. You know what I mean? His numbers are good when he's at Sporting Lisbon. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's got some good numbers. He was with Coventry City, I do believe, and that's where Sporting Lisbon got him from, Coventry City. And he's gone to Portugal and he's done the business. Do you know what I mean? Will he be able to adjust to this league? I think he will. I mean, I actually think he will adjust to this league. Do I want him at the club? Well, if the money's right, I will do something like this. I will get Gyökeres in now, yeah, and obviously, when Julian Alvarez comes available in a season or so, yeah, you know what I mean. You go and get Julian Alvarez. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because there's not many strikers around at the moment. Do you know what I mean? That are probably worth their weight in gold. There's our strikers out there, but are they? You know, can they come into Liverpool and do the business? Wait, yeah. Now, when you look at the numbers, you think, nah. Do you know what I mean? But then you look at Gyökeres' numbers, you think, so, well, you know, he does know where the back of the net is. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people might be sort of like skeptical of the fact of, like, obviously, Darwin Núñez came from the Portuguese league, and you know, and he's come to Liverpool and he's done nothing. He hasn't really done the business. Do you know what I mean? But the difference is that Gyökeres has been in English football. Have I read this one out? Oh yeah. What about Jonathan Davis on a free? Ain't he going somewhere else? Do you know what I mean? Now, how old is Jonathan Davis? How old is he? I mean, you got to look at the player profile. I mean, personally, at the end of the day, sort of like, as I said with Gyökeres, and I would take Gyökeres, you know what I mean, at the club. But I don't think Liverpool would. I literally don't think that Liverpool would take Gyökeres in the team. Do you know what I mean? Because of the player profile again, do you know what I mean? It's just like these guys don't like certain players at a certain age. Do you know what I mean? They just don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Let me see what I can find on Twitter about Gyökeres. Let me see what I can find about him. See if we are seriously interested in Gyökeres. You know what I mean? Let's see if we are. Let's see if there's any moves being made, really. Let's see something. See if he's been seen. I can't find anything yet. Oh, there you go. Right, let's see if anything on here. He's a baller still. He can score some. What? Why he score some goals, bro? This guy can score some goals, G. I can't find anything really. You know what I mean? I can't find anything. Yeah, see, finding something. Okay. It says here. Yeah, I'll get. Yeah. It says here. Gyökeres. Eddie Gibbs says not Gyökeres, Liverpool striker search. No lies ever. This is an unmistakable racism about Victor Gyökeres, the kind that drags defenders into disarray and opens corridors for chaos. At Coventry City, he created a path through sheer will, and in Lisbon, he has sharpened that. So he's saying good things about him. You know what I mean, personally, I wouldn't. Personally, all right, it's got another one here. Victor Gyökeres has offered himself to Liverpool. He has asked his agent to engineer this move. Okay. Liverpool, however, have no hurry. They want to see out a few departures and then decide whether they would sign a forward. So it's in the pipelines. It's in the pipelines. You know what I mean? And like what we got here is from the COP Council. Big up the COP Council in each of time. Liverpool now favourites to sign Victor Gyökeres according to some bookmakers. We have Sporting Lisbon at 16-1, obviously to keep. It must be to keep him because he's still there. Napoli 7-1, Juventus 5-1, Man United 4-1, Arsenal 9-4, and Liverpool are 2-1. Liverpool are 2-1. So yeah. And let me get through some of these chats as well. I don't like when my chats pile up. Oh. Oh, is he 25, yeah? Well, then that's a shout. Jonathan Davis is a shout. But ain't he going somewhere else? Do you know what I mean? I thought he was going to Bayern, or is that John? Is that Tar? Yeah. Well, that's worth looking into. Hold on. Let me look at something. Oh, isn't Jonathan David the one that plays for Lille? Isn't Jonathan Clark Kent? Isn't Jonathan David the one that plays for Lille? I'm sure he is. He's the one that plays for Lille, isn't he? I'm sure he is. Right, let's get through some of the chat. Let me know if it's the same one. I'm sure it's the same one that plays for Lille. Yes, goal ratio. Big up yourself. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. Please do. Big up. Is this topic transfer, or are you open to discuss other topics? What other topics would you like to discuss, my friend? Let me know. I'm here for it. Goal Rush is here again. He goes, Goka scores from open play 35 last season, 34 this season. That's quite impressive. It is, mate. As I said, I would take him, goal ratio. I would take him. I would take him at the club. You understand what I'm saying? I would take him on the club. And obviously, at the day, when Alvarez comes available later on, I'm taking that as well. Do you know what I mean? But we need to get rid of like Darwin Núñez in the process of doing that. We need to get rid of Darwin Núñez, and we need to get rid of what's we call it Jota. We need to get rid of Jota. Let me just check my lights. See if you lot are slacking. If you're slacking. Yeah, I got 15 likes at the moment. Let's try and get my likes up. Let's try and get my likes up to 20, please. 16 now. Try and get my likes up to 20, please. Let's try and get the likes up to 20. Right. So yeah. So I will take him. I will take him, and obviously till Union average comes available later on. Do you know what I mean? And then you got like 2 informed strikers. Do you know what I mean? One obviously younger than the other. Do you know what I mean? I would take him. If you ask my opinion, I would take him goal ratio. Big up Uncle Comfort Edward. Big up Edward, man. Big up love and respect to Edward. Love and respect to you. Hazmat in the building. Hazmat never walk alone. Goes bless up, bro, Uncle Roz, man. Bless up, love and respect to you, Hazmat. Love and respect to you. Goal ratio. Most of his goals start from outside the box and runs in, then shoots. Not like that against low blocks. Yeah, facts. Give me 1 minute, guy. I had somebody calling me downstairs. Give me one. I'm coming back. I'm coming home. Sorry about that. I just had to go down and help my pops out. Beanie's clearer and that. Yeah. Let's get some more. Yeah. Hazmat says Tar is going buying or really so. Oh, yeah, come give me. I'll come in. Sorry guys, give me a second. Yes, people, sorry about that. Just doing my little duties that I've got to do. Right, let's get this here. Right, so yeah, keep the chat coming, guys. Keep the chat coming. Keep the chat coming. Yeah, yeah, David. Lil, yeah. I don't rate that player. Davis, Jonathan Davis. I don't really rate that player. Not for me, to be honest. Go goal ratio. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, Lil. Yeah, not for me. I've seen him. I've seen when we played against when we played against them. We played Lille in the Champions League. When we played Lille, it was like nah, I didn't really rate him. A couple of good movements, but on the whole, nah, not for me. Not for me. Fair play though. Yeah. Big up, big up Anfield Irishman. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Anfield Irishman's channel. Make sure you do that. Okay. Great guy. We've done some good shows together and that. Really good guy. With it, press the like tick button for the brother. Yeah, man. You have to just let me see how much likes I got, man. I want to try and get my likes up, man. Come on, man. Come on, let's get the likes up, man. Come on. Yeah, 17 likes. Come on. Push out 3 more likes for me, man. Come on. 3 more likes for me, please. I beg you guys. 3 more likes, guys. Shouldn't have to beg. Bless bro, Anfield Irishman. Yeah, man. Anfield Irishman's a G, man. And you're a G as well, Has, man. You know what I mean? You're G's, man. You're G's. You're my G's. What can we learn from PSG's journey that relates to ours? Mbappe, who scores a goal a game, moves, and then gets scores 4 or more a game. You know what it is today about PSG? You know what it is about the whole Champions League business today, right? The whole Champions League business is shaky to me because look, right, if you look at PSG, right, they've had to sort of like qualify to get into the knockout stage. They narrowly got past us, and then obviously, you know, like other teams after that, like Aston Villa, Arsenal did not give them a fight. Now, however, the final what they played the other day, to me at the day, that was a bit shaky. That was a bit shaky. I ain't gonna lie. It was like if you looked at Inter Milan the 2 games before when they played Barcelona, then you looked at them there the other night, you'd have thought, hmm? Do you know what I mean? It's just something shaky about it. I don't think at the day that we as Liverpool Football Club can learn anything of PSG. If anything, they learn off us. We're the ones that got European heritage. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, before like this new format they've got, yeah, right, which they've messed it up. Remember, they've messed it up because they've backtracked on the format, yeah, and they've changed it to how it should be. You know what I mean? Where like where the person obviously the person and they that gets sort of like that sort of like does one of the group stages in that, right, gets home advantage the next game. Do you know what I mean? And not such a hard team. You know what I mean? But yeah, they can learn for us, man. Don't watch that because we got a European heritage. You know what I mean? You know, they're about to spend. There's 16 of you. There's 12 of you inside the building. Please do not leave without hitting the like button and subscribe if you have to subscribe. Okay. JK is cool, bro. Uncle, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up JK in the building. I say JK. Yeah, man. Big up JK, man. Love and respect to you. Hi, JK. That's come from I'm from Irish man. So big you up still in the brother. Mate, make sure you hit the likes as you come in, guys. Make sure you hit the like. 14 of you inside the building. Make sure you hit the like. There's Daryl Loser Mary says hi everyone. Big up Daryl. Hey, big up Daryl. Enough respect goes out to you. Anfield Irishman says it's hard to know what kind of striker we want. Yes, that is true as well. That is true, but I think the player profile at Irishman goes a long way. It goes a long way. And I think they have to be, to me, what it looks like, they have to be at a certain age. You feel me? They have to be at a certain age for, obviously, Liverpool to be remotely interested. You know what I mean? I mean, if I had my way, I would get Gyökeres. I would get Gyökeres. Because Gyökeres at the day, so like, he'd be able to do things. Imagine at the day, a Gyökeres, you know what I mean? Gyökeres is a striker, but then you got sort of like Wirtz as a number 10. Then you got some bad man in the midfield like Sabozalai and Gravenberch, and you know what I mean? And, you know, McAllister sometimes and so forth. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, he will work in our team. There's no doubt about that. He will work in our team. Let me just right, got 19 in the 19 likes. Come on, push it up to 20. Let's push it up to 20. Let's push up to 20. Hit that like button as you come in. Yeah, so yeah, it's true. It's true. But I think Gyökeres is a good shout. That's what I feel. Gyökeres is a good shout. I didn't really like Sesko. You know what I mean? I think we should. I think really in the day we should have sort of like let Arsenal have them. Let Arsenal have them. You know what I mean? He's Arsenal sort of like, you know what I mean? He's Arsenal rated. I think even Sabozalai could be used as the false 9 if we don't sign a striker. That's a good shout, Daryl. That is a good shout. I would like to depend on him, but, you know, could he see us till January, till we find something in January? Yeah. Don't see why not. Don't see why not. I don't want to see Kaiser there as a striker. I don't want to see him there. I just don't think that's his thing. Kelleher is going Chelsea, Arsenal signing Sesko, Gyökeres, and Gyökeres. There isn't nothing left that's gettable. I don't think Arsenal signed Gyökeres. I think they signed one or the other. The other signed Gyökeres and leave out Sesko, or Sesko and leave out Gyökeres. It's one or the other. I don't feel that they signed both. I'll be very, very, very surprised if they do sign both. I'll take Vlahovic. Big up Trudon in the building, man. Big up, love and respect to Trudon in the building. I'll take Vlahovic if we can't sign anyone else. That's also a good shout as well. But I just don't think Liverpool's gonna. I don't think Liverpool will make do. Do you know what I mean? They will either get what they want or just won't bother at all. Tony Still, big up yourself. He goes, yes, Uncle Rod's striker-wise, who would you want up front on a realistic level? On a realistic level, talk to me about Alvarez. That's what I want on a realistic. That's what I want on a realistic Alvarez. And I still think there's a deal that can be made. Can be made for that. It can be made for that. There's no doubt that there's a deal that can be made for that. Do you know what I mean? You know. The 20 of you inside the building. 20 of you. I've got 20 likes. I've got 20 likes at the moment. Yeah. Let's see if we can get up to 30 likes before I leave. Let's see if we can get up to 30 likes before I leave here. Lovely when you put it right there. I'll be back again tomorrow at 11:30. This time I'll be on time. You know what I mean? I'll be back again. You get me? Yes. So big up to him still. I would want realistically Alvarez because I think there is a deal that can be done for Alvarez. I'm sorry. There is a deal that can be done. Do you know what I mean? We just got to like be clever about it. Daryl says someone must be up there. Someone must be up their sleeves. Nunes and Diaz wouldn't both be leaving. Got some up their sleeves, you mean? Yeah. That one with Diaz and Ndeye, right? I'm not too sure about that one, but it looks like he's gonna go either to Saudi or Barcelona. I hope it's Barcelona for him because I just don't think. I think places like Saudi is like really and truly, it's just someone you go to finish off your career. That's what I think, anyway. You go and finish off your career there. Duran from Saudi, ideally, as Tudon. Yeah, don't know why. Yeah, that's another strange one. Him going to Saudi as well. That's a strange one, bro. You know what I mean? Darryl in the building. Darryl says, we better not sign Sesko. He's a Nunes 2.0. Yes, he is. He is, definitely. He is. He is. True Down in the building says, or let Dano play. Yeah, well, that's a good shout as well. That's a good shout as well. But I think he's going on loan to Sunderland. They've decided they're going to put him on loan to Sunderland because remember, Jude Bellingham's brother Job, he's actually leaving. He's going to Dortmund. He's going to Dortmund. He's made it official that he's actually going to Dortmund. So they're going to take Dan's on loan. I know they're working on a deal to take Dan's on loan. So I do only think that Liverpool rather Dan's go out on loan than actually put him in the team now. Do you know what I mean? You know, let him develop. I mean, look, he'd be paying for Sunderland in the Premiership, so you know he's going to develop, isn't he? He's going to develop. You know. There is talk of a swap between Diaz and Florian Lopez. Florian Lopez. To look up this guy here, Florian Lopez. To look at this guy here. Florian Lopez. All right, Florian Lopez. It's Instagram. Who's he play for? This Florian Lopez. Who's Florian Lopez play for? It's the first time I've heard of this player. Who's he play for? Tell me who this guy plays for, Darryl. Alvarez and his family moved because of weather and climate, and he won't leave Atletico after a season. Nah, there's always a deal to be made, mate. And he's got he's got a fellow Argentinian at the day at the club, mate. You know what I mean? So it's always a deal to be made, man. It's always sorry guys. I'm just gonna put my charge in. Just gonna put my charge in, guys. Listen, Darryl, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But there's always a deal to be made, my friend. Always a deal to be made. And I think if the money's right and the deal's right, he's leaving, bro. My feeling is Chiesa will be used on the left with Gapper, yeah, and rotating, and Wirtz is a 10. Yeah, that can work. I think, and they sort of like the mate. I think it would be used on the left. You're right, but you see when Salah goes AFCON, they're gonna use Chiesa on the right. Do you know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean. Slot said no. He's still in our plans because he knows that Salah is going on AFCON next season. You know what I mean? He knows. And he needs something. Harry Kane for 2 years with Salah will be madness. I know that would just be goals, man. That would just be goals, blood. Let's go for every angle. Barcelona. He's going Barcelona. Diaz going Barcelona. Okay. What are they offering for him? Lopez plays for Barcelona. Florian Lopez. Let me reword it in another way. Do we rely on one person at PSG? Rely on Mbappe? Oh, right. No, we have to have options. I think this is what sort of like kind of got me. This is what kind of got me last season. Last season we was relying on Salah and they to score a lot of our goals. Do you know what I mean? And I want a situation where like we got goals from all angles. You know what I mean? So if one is misfiring, then we got the next one to come in. Next one's going to be putting away the goals. Do you know what I mean? And so on. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we should be relying on one player. That was never the case with me. Thinking that even like the days that when we used to have we had that front three of Mane, Salah, then you had Firmino playing at false nine. Do you know what I mean? It was just like you had goals from all angles. I would like to get back to that day there. I don't really want to rely on just one player. Yeah, I hope I've answered the question to your liking, my friend. All right, let's see how much likes I got. I need to get. I'm coming. Come on. Yeah, look, 21 likes. Let's get the likes up to 30, guys. Let's get the likes up to 30, my friends. Let's get likes up to 30. Cherky to Liverpool is still a possibility. I hope so. I really like that player. I really like that player. But obviously the rumors are coming out that he was supposed to be going to the Scum City. I mean, yeah. So, but I really do like that player. Everybody knows my thoughts on Cherky. Everyone knows my thoughts on Cherky. I'm gonna play you something from Man United actually soon in a minute. Actually, slot through to France to speak to him. Is it? Okay, I hear that. Because he wanted to come. He wanted to come to Liverpool, man. He wanted to come to Liverpool. Jordan Himes, man, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Make sure you like and subscribe to Jordan Hyman TV. Make sure you go and support him. Fellow Calabrian, man. He's a fellow Calabrian, so go and support him. I'm confident Florian Wirtz is going to join our club. So am I, my friend. So am I. No doubt about it. Trudon is not that. Was it? It's not that. Was before Wirtz was advanced. We were only going for Cherky if we weren't far with Wirtz. You know what I mean? No, there was room. I know that sort of like Cherky wanted to come to Liverpool. He said he's quite open in fact on the day of wanted to join Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I admit at that time he was going for sort of like Wirtz, but I think obviously the most logical thing to do would be sort of like to get that sort of like transfer out the way. But yeah, if not, it's not that. Was before Wirtz was advanced. We were only going for Cherky. We weren't far with Wirtz. Yeah, but it's like I know there's something there with Wirtz, with Cherky. So Darryl said Cherky met with Slot before we were advanced with Wirtz. Okay, yeah. I heard about it. He wanted to come to Liverpool. I still think there might be a deal to be done. Darryl, oh okay, yeah. I still think there's a deal to be done with Cherky. I don't think that's dead in the water. Do you like how PSG forwards switch wings during a game? Yes, I do. I like the way they alternate. I like the way they sort of like Dembele drifts into the middle and almost plays as a 10. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I do like it. You know what I mean? The alternating switching and stuff. I do like it. I mean, you know, the way that they play, you know, the way that they've been playing this season in Champions League has been good. It's just that sort of like there was something shaky about that final that didn't sit well with me. But yeah, I do like the way they switched wings and stuff. We used to do that. We used to do that as well. You know what I mean? And you know, even on the Benitez era. So yeah, you know, very good the way they do it, alternate and stuff. You know, I like the way that sort of like, you know, Dembele likes to pick up pocket of spaces and that. You know, yeah. Romania just said Shirky is joining City. Yeah, there's a good thing about it, but like, you know what? Until Shirky signs on the sort of like the dotted line, yo, it's open season, G. It's open season, my boys. It's open season. 12:50 already, man. Guys, yeah, smash the lights, guys. Smash the lights. Smash the lights. Come on, smash the lights. Let's get up to 30. Let's get up to 30. Is Edison, yeah. Now there is actually talk about Edison. Come out the other day on Friday, you know, Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find anything for you, down, you know, China. I'm coming home. Okay. Let's see if I can find anything. Yeah, most of the links, to be fair, with Edison, it's with Man City. Edison can go to Man City with the club discussing a 70 million offer. Bayern Munich, Liverpool, and Man United are also interested in Atalanta player. Yeah, but don't put us with these guys here. Do you know what I mean? Man United and Liverpool are interested in signing the Atalanta midfielder Edison this summer, according to Atalanta. Yeah. Liverpool want to sign Atalanta's defensive midfielder as well as Florian Wirtz. Right, it's got in Liverpool, financial edition. Liverpool recently made contact with the agent of Atalanta midfielder Edison. So they've made contact. Yeah, that's in Italian. I can't reach that. I can't read that. Has it got a translation here? Yeah, I don't speak Italian, so that's different. That's no good to me. Arne Slot reportedly wants to make Atalanta midfielder his first signing at Liverpool. When he blows out the motor, that's only on May 29th, you know. So yeah, there is sort of like there is literally an end date. There is something there. There is something there. There's 13 of you in the building. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification button, man. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, get me up so it can work with the algorithm and stuff, so I can bring you more content. You know what I mean? At this time. Sorry for asking questions this way. Just want to generate it. No. Don't be sorry. Do not be sorry, goal ratio. Do not be sorry. Ask away. And obviously at the end of the day, if I can answer it, I'll answer it. If I can't, there'll be somebody in the chat who will be able to answer it. Do not be sorry, my friend. Please do not be sorry for asking questions. Really. That's the only way you get to know things. Please do not be sorry. You're quite welcome. You're absolutely welcome round here for to ask questions. Edison is the perfect DM, and Hughes is in Italy. Yes, he is a perfect DM. He is. I like the player. I read it from the time I set eyes on him and saw him play. I said, yeah, he can do good things in this club. You know what I mean? What is the main difference for PSG without Mbappe? What did or didn't he do that held the club back? I think what it is, then when you've got like a star like that at your club, right? You got a star like that at your club. You know, you tend to sort of like, you know, it's like with the Gerrard thing. Do you know what I mean? It was like everybody was self-reliant on Gerrard. You know what I mean? Because he was Steven Gerrard. Same with Mbappe. Everybody was self-reliant on him, and nobody did what they were supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Now that like this guy's gone now, everybody has to work. Everybody that's in the team now has to work, much less than what they used to do before. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's like sat back and let Mbappe do all of it. Oh, don't worry, Mbappe will score. You know, or Mbappe will do this, and Mbappe will do that. Now he's not there. They have to literally at the end of the day do it for themselves. They haven't got no like stars there to that. You know what I mean? Because considering what they did have, I mean, remember at one time they had Mbappe, Messi, and the Brazilian guy. I forget his name. I forget his name. You know what I mean? It will come to me later. But yeah, you know, these were world beaters out of the front three, and they still didn't win anything because everybody was either self-reliant on Mbappe or they're self-reliant on Messi because obviously Messi was a big name and all that. It was just stupid. Do you know what I mean? You know, there are too many cooks in that team. You know, too many cooks. So like now, at the end of the day, they have to do it for themselves now. That's what's changed. They have to do it for themselves. You know what I mean? And I do think that Mbappe did hold them back because you know he was that star that everyone was self-reliant on. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming home. Daryl says Gasparini has left Atalanta. We should be all in for him. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I heard the other day Gasparini left because he was. I do think at the day he was supposed to leave at the day a season or so ago. You know what I mean? He was supposed to leave. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I heard he's gone. 23 likes. Let's get myself up to 30 likes, please. Please, can I get up to 30 likes? Yeah, so get in there. Get in there, man. Get in there. Keep Anthony Gordon away from Liverpool, please. Oh, I hear that, man. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Goal ratio says, following on from the above question, do we have a similar problem? Yes and no. Yes and no. I do feel that yes, last season, you know, we was heavily reliant on Salah, but I do feel like with the acquisition of Wirtz coming in, because that's going to happen, yeah. With the acquisition of Wirtz coming in, I do feel that we're going to do better. We're going to do better, and we're going to share the goals around. You know what I mean? We're not going to be so self-reliant on Salah. It's going to be more of a self-reliant on like Wirtz, Salah, and whoever, which other striker we do bring in. So it'd be three people that will probably be reliant on, and then obviously the others that can chip in with the goals. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have had that problem, but I don't think we'll have it now. Goal ratio. Big up Roz, Cedric Lopez. Big up Cedric, man. Big up in the building. Make sure you smash the like as you come in. Scottish Bear in the building, man. Big up. He says, Uncle Roz, big up brother. Big up, love and respect. Make sure you smash the like as you come in, bro. Smash the like as you come in, please. Okay. Bear my bro, that's come from Daryl. Yep. Big up. Daryl brother, yep, big up come from Scotch Bear. And I see it differently. Mbappe never worked and let the others do all the work. I will not disagree with you with that, because I think his last season at the club, yes, he was guilty of that. He was guilty of that. His last season at the club, he was guilty of that. Yeah, so I wouldn't disagree with you with that goal ratio. But the other seasons, you know what I mean, they were self-reliant on him. Do you know what I mean? They were. But yeah, other seasons and days, you know, you're right. You're absolutely right. So guys, what's it say? So look, Florian Wirtz, yeah, um, Florian Wirtz. I just listen. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Just no, there's no panic, no nothing. It is going to happen. Yeah, come on, let's get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up to 30, guys. Get likes up to 30. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. I just don't think at the day we should panic. You know what I mean, he wants to move. Leverkusen wants to move, um, and Liverpool want to move. So I can't see anything derailing that, to be honest. Same now at Madrid. Mbappe's sort of goals hangs, doesn't track back. Yeah, he hasn't done as well. However, Alonso said basically that he wants to put him into sort of like he wants to put him as a striker. He's not going to play. He's not going to play in the wing anymore. He's not going to play in the wing anymore. He's going to put him as a striker. So yeah, he's lacking a bit. You know what I mean? He's lacking. Me, if I got a striker, yeah, you got a striker or forward player, I don't want to track back. That's just me. You know what I mean? I don't want to track back. I want you to be up there doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I don't want you back there defending, because you're not good to me defending, because like there's no outlet there. There's literally no outlet. So I don't want you back defending. They lead up to defenders and the defensive midfielders. Your job is to score goals. So be up there to receive the ball to put in the back of the net. You know what I mean? As long as you're putting that ball in the back of the net, I don't care if you don't try back. You know what I mean? You know, it's when they're tracking back. It's when a player spends a lot of time tracking back, but he doesn't score. Like Nunes, he tracks back and he defends it, and we don't score shit. You know what I mean? We have similar players who believe they don't need to work. Yeah, but I just don't like my players that they tracking back all the time. You know what I mean? When they're supposed to be up there scoring goals. Look at PSG forwards. Now they're running like back like mad. Do you know what I mean? But what makes it easy? What made it easier for them was Inter Milan. Inter Milan made it easy for them the other night. When they was playing against us and they struggled that when we played at home. All right, they're beating the penalty, but they struggled. Do you know what I mean? You know. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I want my forward players to be sort of like up there to receive the ball or making a play for the striker. I don't want you tracking back all the time, because then there's no outlet for you. You know what I mean? And you're doing far too much running. Abdul, big up Abdul, goes, hi Rods and chat. How are you? Also, how is your family, loved ones, and friends? Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all clone. Big up Abdul. Big up Abdul. Yeah, big up. Too much praise for poor strikers working hard. Yeah, you know what it is, Irishman. I like my strikers to be up top, receive the ball, and put the back of net. I don't want you all the way back down there. You're not good to me back down there. This is me. I mean, look, you know what I mean? Sorry for going on about it, but I just don't like my strikers and my forward players. Yes, my attacking players. I don't want you all the way back there. I don't want you tracking back. I don't want you getting claps and cheers at there because you track back and got the ball. I want you putting that ball in the back of net. That's what I want. I want you putting that ball in the back of net. Leave that to the midfielders. Leave that to the sort of like defenders. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling it. It's not for me. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? Scottish Bear in the building says the like algorithm helps grow Uncle Ward's channel. So smash it. Thank you very much, Mr. Bear. Thank you very, very much. That's what I've been saying, man. I've been saying. Just an excuse now. Yeah, facts. I mean, I just don't like it. I can't deal with all that skullduggery. We need to work together, track back, support. Listen to the head coach, footballer IQ graphs, hard work, basic football, integrates passing, movement, and flair. I understand that, but if you got your attackers all the way back there defending, and then sort of like you got no outlet to sort of like, you know, literally, and then they for your ball to go forward, and they just sitting deep. I just think in the day sort of like, yeah, if you're not too far back, yeah, then track back. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Then track back. But other than that, just no, man. I just want my attackers to do their shit, man. Let the midfielders do the work for our forwards. Facts. That's what I'm talking about, G. I want my strikers to score goals, wingers to assist, and goals contribution to. Facts. That's what you need. You don't need your attackers all the way back down there. Yes, my bro. What are you saying to me, cuz? What are you saying to me, cuz? I hope you're good, cuz. I hope you're good. He said, big up my brother. Everyone smash the lights before Rod starts cussing you. I love this, you know. Big up, love and respect, man. Big up, love and respect to you, cause effect, man. This guy's doing some great things today in the music business, man. And he's a loyal support of Liverpool, and he's a good support of my channel. Love and respect, brother. Love and respect. Aguero worked hard. Kane worked hard, but they scored. It scored goals. Yeah, I don't mind them working hard. You know what I mean? But score goals as well, man. All this tracking back base, the tracking back and all that, right? You're too far away from the goal, man. Yeah, so true. If one player is hanging around, the other 10 have to work harder, just like PSG and Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I get that. But what it is at the day, sort of like, I don't want my sort of like my attackers constantly tracking back. Leave that to the midfielders. You know what I mean? To sort of say, yeah, you know what, I got you, bro. Don't worry, I got you, man. You stay there, I've got you. Do you know what I mean? You understand? You know, because I just think when the attackers at the day sort of like spend a lot of time tracking back, they're too far away from goal, man. They're too far away from goal. You know what I mean? You understand? They're too far away from goal. Yeah. So yeah, I hear you though. I hear you, bro. How is your parents, Roz? Give my blessings and greetings. Respect for that, bro. Yeah, but my dad's not too good at the moment. I've said this before on the channel. said before on the channel that he's actually proper blind now, and I have to, I have to do a lot for him. You know what I mean? In a way of maneuvering around the house when maneuver around the house and so forth. Yeah, but I don't mind. You do what you do what you do. You do what you have to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, but apart from that, bro, everything's blessed around there. Everything's blessed. You know what I mean? Come on, hit up the lights, guys. Hit up the lights. Hit up the lights. With distraction, no disrespect to anyone. Yeah, man. Listen. Go ratio, you're always welcome around here to ask questions. You're always welcome. 100%. 100%. It's a community, bro. It's a community. Everyone in the chat was respectful, polite, gets their point across, understanding, listening. And the NFA community never walk alone. Yes, facts. That's how discussions are made. You know what I mean? I would say, actually, that's how discussions are done, excuse me. I mean, so I quite welcome it today. Go ratio coming in and asking questions. What did you think about your local area team, Luton Town, back to relegations? It's poor. It's poor. But I saw it coming when they got rid of their manager. The guy got relegated with the club, and they never gave him the money to sort of get back in the championship. Never gave him the money. And then they had a poor run of results and stuff. And then they sacked him. But then they brought in a guy, the old Wicked Wonders manager. They brought him in, and he's from League One. He's a League One manager. So I don't know what people expect. What was going to happen. So when he came in, I knew he was going to get relegated. I had that feeling get relegated. They won a game against Blackburn. The last home game the last home game was against Coventry City. They won that game, yeah, and all they had to do is win the last home game. That's all they had to do, win the last home game. Couldn't do that. They got thumped by West Brom. 5-2. So, listen. It was going to happen. If Capo stays fit, he'll get 20 playing with Wirtz and Kerkez. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. And for the Irishman, that is a fact. I rate that player. I rate him. Take big money for Diaz and with younger talent. That's a good, because they're looking at that guy, that youngster from Leon, aren't they? Fofana. They're looking at him, and he looks explosive. He's very good. Like their togetherness, community, relationship, respectful, and you never walk alone. Yeah, that's what we do around here, bro. I have a theory that if other forwards is allowed to play right wing for part of the game, we will be better balanced in the forward line like PSG. I think there is a balance. I think there is a balance. There's a role. Abdul said there is a role in the 11. We need these to work together, support, communicate, defend, press, position, support, and get goals. One second, guys. Are you in? No, do that. I've got nothing got things to do. What's it called again? Yeah. Yeah, I go. I'll think about it later. I'm going to call later. I'll think about it, yeah? I'm still doing it. It's just I've got a lot of courses that I need to do as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Guys, guys, give me a second. I'm just gonna help my dad to the car, yeah? Yeah, gonna help my dad to the car. The kids are right, man. Guys, back. Sorry about that. I just had to do some stuff. Do some stuff. You know what I mean? How everything goes. Right, it's too much lights I got. It's too much lights. Come on. Yeah. 3 more lights to go, guys. 3 more lights to go. Right. Okay. For information, Diaz has a similar opening play goal ratio as Samala in comps. Yeah, but he's still not. I don't think he's as potent as Salah. Diaz works much harder than most other players up and down, and still has goal ratio. Yeah, he hasn't really got a good goal ratio. He could be a lot better. Diaz, he could be a lot better. All right, remember what Mane used to do? Mane in the day was up and down. That was the ideal player in the day that used to work half of the team, and he was up and down. He covered different positions, but his goal ratio was just like phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? You know, Diaz hasn't got that. Because remember, like there was 2 seasons where sort of like Salah and Mane shared the golden boot. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? You know, if you can do that all that hard work, tracking back and this and that, and still score a good amount of goals, fine. But most of the players don't do that these days, especially Diaz. Do you know what I mean? Right, just a couple of more before I switch out of here. In regards to Nunes, he lost his football confidence at Liverpool FC, and he's not going to improve at all. I get that. He's been LFC for 3 years, and no improvement. The guy can't finish and does have football IQ. He does, but he just. I don't think this league's for him. This league's not for him. Doesn't have football IQ. Yeah, doesn't. I don't think this league's for him. I think he goes to another league, he cooks. Trust he cooks. Honestly, don't believe why there is no exit talk for Jota. He's done at Liverpool. I agree with that, Darryl. I agree with that. I think his availability has killed him. His availability, that's what's messed up his career. His availability. Can't imagine many big clubs are interested in him. And Darryl, that's come from Iceland. They can all see what we can see. You talking about Nunes or Jota? What's it? Goal ratio. Cav from PSG reminds me of Diaz. Oh, Kvaratskhelia, yeah, he does, but I think Kvaratskhelia is more potent. He's much more potent than Diaz. Do you know what I mean? Is Wirtz still going to happen? Leverkusen or NSD installing? It is going to happen, bro. That is going to happen. No doubt about that. I'm very confident it's going to happen. I'll be very, very utterly surprised if it doesn't. You know what I mean? But I'm very kind of like, confident that it does happen. Anfield Irishman says Cav is on a totally different level to Diaz, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Similar, but it's similar to Diaz, but Kvaratskhelia is more potent, much more potent. I can see Kerkez happening 40 mil or 45 mil. Yes, I can see that definitely happening. Definitely happening. Jota would make a top impact sub, in my opinion. Yeah, I just think he's had his day, mate. I just think he's had his day. He's literally had his day. His availability is not good. Right, guys, I'm going to make a move now. Thank you for joining me for this time here. And thank you for being patient with me, obviously, when I had to do things for my dad, being the fact that they... Oh, Jota, he's talking about Jota. Yeah, I get you. I hear you. To me, at the day, Phil Eichmann, he's a good footballer. Don't get me wrong, he's a good footballer. I rate him very highly. But what it is, what I don't rate is his availability. His availability is just like not impressive. You know what I mean? And what's the point of having a baller if he's only going to be able to play a handful of games? It just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I get you. Bye, Roz and Chad, family first. You know, walk alone. Trust. Yeah, so I should be back tomorrow at the same time tomorrow. I should be back tomorrow at the same time tomorrow, giving you another show like this. Giving you another show like this. Hopefully, we should have some more interesting transfers to talk about. Thank you for rocking me for nearly 2 hours, guys. Thank you for rocking me nearly 2 hours. Everyone being wonderful and respectful. You never walk alone. That's the way we do it, bro. That's the way we do it. So yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you watch other Liverpool content like Fuzzy, LRFC Forever, LRFC Forever, and also Anfield Irishman. He does some content. Make sure you follow him and go and watch his stuff. And anybody else that does Liverpool content, Ensman and all them guys there. You understand? Let's build as a community. If I rise, everybody rises with me. So guys, yeah. So listen. Take care, love and respect. Bye bye now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Unless something breaks today, you'll see me back. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Thanks for joining. Bye.